Hey friends! So one of the most fascinating and wonderful things and paradoxical things about being human or being a cat is how that we're free to choose how we feel. Though we may not feel free in terms of what is happening to us and the choices that we make and the expectations that we have. Ultimately, the way that we respond and the attitude with which we face the world, life, ourselves, is under our complete control and sovereignty. And that's really, really, really good news. And the reason that this can be such a game changer is that it will change the quality of our life. This isn't some form of abstract spiritual bypassing of it's all good, it's all perfect. No, because in order to be able to change our attitude, if our attitude is not helping us deal with ourselves, with life, if we are maintaining through our attitude what we could call a low frequency state, what is required then is for us to be fully present within our being at all of the different levels, what we could call subconscious, conscious, superconscious, which also corresponds to the chakras, and which is this man of Mencius symbol of the I am process, where we have the base, which is basically the gut, and all of the pre-verbal instincts that help us drive this vehicle and that maintains it in hopefully an optimal state. And this is also where all of the subconscious information is stored, not just on the internal operations of the physical body, but also how those operations cluster together to then produce behavior which might not be serving us. And so in order to truly change attitude, this needs to be along an axis to change attitude in terms of fully integrating and incarnating this freedom of choice that we have of consciousness. Then the point is to bring ourselves into this axis of consciousness, which is basically what consciousness is this infinite, eternal being that we can describe through geometry. And so from the gut level then to the cross in the middle, where what is above meets what is below, and this is in the heart, and then the head top, the cup, we have this axis, and we can actually truly be here now. And from this position, this is the moment is the moment of power. It's here that we are actually sovereign beings, and from here we can decide. It's a decision, it's a choice, it's a freedom. How do I wish to feel? And this beautiful question isn't going to be an arbitrary dependency upon external factors, because the external factors may not be those that we would ultimately describe as being ideal. But in the now, we can actually connect with the singularity that is all of everything, the totality, and which we are an expression of. And so doing this will basically enables us to recover our dominion and our joy and our clarity and our breath. And this is the quickest way to to detach from and to deactivate negativity, negative beliefs and expectations and identifications, limiting ones. When I say negative, it's not some kind of arbitrary or cultural inculturated description of what is. It's not falling into duality. It's basically recognizing and discerning what is truly useful and coherent. There is meaningfulness here. It's not just, oh, well, let's just do whatever we want. I mean, if we have that, fine. It's going to be an experience where we're certainly going to, hopefully, learn. But that's not true freedom. In a way, the paradox is that true freedom is choicelessness. In terms of the ego, not having a choice, but to surrender and to serve the higher self, which is not actually out there, up there. It's where you are. It's inside of you and I. It's the I am. So remember. This is all about remembering, bringing back the attention into the truth of thyself, of myself, the true self, in the moment, which is all we have. And every time we do this, and if we measure time, and so we say, well, there's 24 hours in a day, and 60 minutes in every hour, and 60 seconds in every minute. And if a person has a so-called normal amount of sleep, más o menos 8 hours of sleep, then we're awake for about 960 minutes. That's a fair amount of minutes. It's almost 1,000 minutes in a day, and yet we know that every moment is immeasurable and cannot be measured. And that's really good news. Because every time, every moment that I feel this expression of being that is ourselves, we are really imprinting onto the fabric of space-time itself this attitude, this frequency that calls for more. More, like, can I have more, please? This is really good. Not in a greedy or selfish way, but in a natural way that follows the law of abundance, the law of joy, the law of celebration and of liberation. So this is all about liberation, and I just wanted to beam in with this because it's just so simple, and it's useful, it's pragmatic, it's tangible. Thank you so much for your kind attention, and see you later.